Well, for more on the federal election, let's bring in Rob Shaw at the BC Legislature again for us tonight. Rob, this week you've been looking at where the parties stand on some key issues. Yesterday was housing, today affordability. What can you tell us about those platforms today?
Well, Stacey, some similarities between the two front-leading parties here in this election, the Liberal and the Conservatives, on how they would help people with that ongoing cost of living crisis. No big rebates at play here, like the BC NDP promised in the last provincial election and then cancelled due to costs. Instead, the Liberals and Conservatives are both proposing tax cuts to the lowest income bracket. So reduction on the 15% income tax everyone pays on the first $57,000 of their income. The Conservatives want to shave just over 2 percentage points off of that rate, which would save an average person around $900 a year, but they'd phase it in over 5 years at a cost of $14 billion. The Liberals proposing a smaller 1-point cut, save around $400 a year, but coming into effect immediately this summer at a cost of $22 billion. Now, the Conservatives have pushed hard on eliminating the carbon tax, but then Carney removed the consumer portion of the carbon tax just before the election, so Leader Pierre Poilievre has had to pivot. He is now promising to defer capital gains and increase TFSA limits if you invest in Canadian companies, boost the $42,000 a year that seniors can earn without paying taxes, let them contribute to RSPs until the age of 73, and let people who work in the trades write off their travel costs.
This is a tax cut for the workers behind me, who will pay 15% less on their income tax. This is a tax cut for the waitress, for the welder, for the barber. This is a tax cut for everybody who has ever got up early in the morning and worked hard to build our country. This is a tax cut that will put Canada first.
Carney's plan is partly a rollback and course correction of some unpopular things the previous Liberal government did, and some new things as well. That includes cancelling former Liberal leader Justin Trudeau's plan to increase the inclusion rate on capital gains, which had faced a bit of a backlash as well. The Liberals want to raise employment insurance rates based on regional concerns and waive a 6-month waiting period for employees who get severance when they lose their job to access EI.
He's offering Canadians a fantasy of fiscal tricks and phantom growth. His bring it home tax cut doesn't arrive until 4 years from now. In other words, after President Trump is due to leave office. Our middle-class tax cut kicks in on Canada Day, saving Canadian families an average of $825 a year.
Now, the federal NDP, they're proposing actually keep that Liberal capital gains tax in place, and then they want to use the revenue to fund services like healthcare. Also promising to eliminate the GST on essentials such as your phone bill. Leader Jagmeet Singh proposing a whole bunch of increases to everything from disability benefits to childcare, pharmacare, dental care, and mental health supports. The Greens pitching a guaranteed livable income, expanded leave for elder care, universal child care, and free post-secondary education, though not all of that is costed or immediately clear, Stacey, how they would pay for that. So what we're talking about here mainly is a question of timing and the amounts for the two main parties on the income tax cut. Do you want a little bit larger, phased in over several years? Do you want a smaller one immediately this summer? And just some other things in and around that as the parties look to try and ease the pressure on your wallets to try and get your votes coming up on this weekend.